I go with this.
Hey, YouTube. What's
All right. Yeah, your DM needs to lose some weight. Weight's sweaty. Anyway,
what's better than
let
3
me get the
science
map
dice?
up.
6 science dice.
I need
You
to
wanna know
buy
what's
that
better
set
than-
yet. Where did the link to that go?
It's in the GURPS channel, I think. I mean, I could just find it.
Probably in the D&D channel. I think.
Hey, spin
GURPS
the
channel or the D&D channel?
GURPS.
What?
Hey, spin the edge of the camera, brighten it up a little bit.
Oh, shit. Nope, I just turned it off. Okay.
Oh.
I sure did. It's
Did
brighter.
you spin it? You might need to mess around with the brightness and contrast from the from OBS or whatever. Because like one of those dice looks completely black and the rest of them are very dull.
Wonder if I go with. I think I actually go with the other style of the same die, the smooth black outside with the purple crystal thing. Maybe that's the route I go. No. The metal is gonna look better. Anyway, everybody ready?
Okay. There's no
Alright.
setting that fixes that. It's just kind of.
Yeah, no, it's the bright. You mess with the brightness and contrast until it lightens up.
It's fine. The DM trusts me. I'll count them properly.
Yeah, I can read them actually. On the screen, I can read them perfectly clearly.
You are getting a bit robotic, by the way.
Yeah, it is getting hard to understand you.
He's probably moving around his room.
Yeah. No, I'm actually sitting. There's a long wall right outside my window.
I heard I'm sitting outside my window.
Just say,
What?
no, I didn't. There is a long door sitting right outside my window. So I am sure that Discord's voice recognition is not functioning well.
Yeah, you're
Can
fine
you understand me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
It's
there he
blowing
goes again.
Oh. Okay, some of this little discussion of why it's so hard to hear me needs to wind up in, I don't know, the bloopers at the end of the recording or something, because this is funny. It's really annoying, but it's funny. All right, so hold on. It's
Oh, I don't have
okay.
anything going here. There we go.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. So last week, our party, having landed near and above this purported copper mine that is is believed to be, well, hiding some sort of smuggling, part of some smuggling operation. And they descend, they headed down the mountainside to try and look at it and infiltrate it. Needle set up on in a sniper perch with her rifle, while the rest of the crew snuck down the mountain. Our chief sneaking player with the camouflage, active camouflage stealth suit, snuck onto snuck into the wall, within the walls of this compound, after using their monowire knife or monowire blade to cut through the links of the chain link fence. And the rest of the party made it inside. There was a close shave when the captain briefly got stuck, but with some careful assistance from the rest of the party, managed to get him unstuck before anyone noticed him. And then Needle managed to somehow just glide through the trees and down the mountainside and land out of sight in the parking lot without anyone looking in her direction while doing so. The party has made it into the parking lot and close to the door into the mine itself. Then Livia tried to infiltrate. Basically cracked the door, popped the door just a crack, and used her cybernetic eyeballs to record a quick look around the inside of the room, somewhat a la Mr. Potato Head, and then jumped into the room and took out and now, but in so doing, the door got left open. In a rush to do that, so someone in one of the two guards walked over to investigate. The party saw him coming, and they've sort of split up. So Livia is inside with her pistol covering the door.
I got a plan.
The captain and Needle are both hiding behind vehicles out in the parking lot, stuck a little bit further from the door than they'd like, but there, armed with their melee weapons, getting ready to jump this person if they are spotted, and Cirulas is slinking off through the rest of the parking lot, trying to get an angle to take out the last guard.
Perfect.
And as we left off, the guard is walking up toward the building, and he approaches the door, puts his hand on the doorknob, and swings the door partway open. Hello?
No.
You're gonna shoot him? Oh. Alright. I thought you said you were gonna get him. So. Oh, yeah. You want to jump him?
Yep.
Like grapple him? Alright. Alright. At the moment, you are invisible to him, so go ahead and make your attack roll, and you can't defend.
Space dice! Alright. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's the whole 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so that's a success by 2.
All right. So you had to draw. I will note you had to put your gun away to do
I
that.
got
'cause
fast
you need
draw.
both hands
Do I have to
to
roll
try
for
and
that?
cross. No, I'm just letting you know that you don't have your gun in hand.
I mean,
back
that's
in its
fine.
holster or something at the moment.
There's only 2 guys.
Yep. So you go, and you got the guy grabbed. Okay. Now we're gonna move in initiative, and I'm gonna treat it like, well, we're gonna go clockwise around the parking lot at the moment. So, Olivia, who isn't actually on my little map at the moment,
That's my
because
little
she's
circle.
inside,
My red circle.
acted first. Little red circle. Right. That means the captain is next, unless the captain wants to wait for Needle to do something first instead.
I've seen
Needle is just a little bit closer at the moment.
Am I at an angle where peeking around I can see what Livia's done?
I mean, you can probably see the guy get pulled into the door.
Give me a hearing check and
Ah!
a vision check.
Like,
Actually, just give me a sense roll, a perception roll, and tell me whether the same roll is a success or failure for vision or hearing. Because it's really how this works.
Well, all 3 of those are the same.
Okay, because your senses are all the same.
Perception, vision, and hearing are all 12.
Okay. Yeah, your improvements to your ears and your eyes are all in more exotic ways.
Success by 5.
Okay, so you saw and heard him open the door, call, "Hello? Who's in here?" Or rather, who's in here? As someone grabbed him by the throat and dragged him, has not had time yet to drag him inside. So in this moment, you hear that as his throat gets, as his windpipe gets cut off a bit. And you can see that he seems to be, well, I mean, you can perceive that he's been jumped by Livia, even though unless you have infravision. No, even infravision wouldn't help here. Well, it'd be success by 5. Actually, you can just, with some of your enhanced senses, I'm pretty sure you can just barely make out the outline of Livia behind this guy in the dark, in the room.
Okay.
I'm getting them.
You need to remember that you have sensors in your eyeballs.
And what's the guy in the tower looking like?
Well, you're not in a place where you can observe very well. If you want to take your action to be observing that, you can, but in 1 second, you don't have time to look at that and try and do something about the guy in the doorway.
Okay, well then I'm going to reposition back here on the broad side of the pickup. Just to give myself a little bit more cover. That's all I'll do for now.
You got it. Cyrilos is doing stuff out there. And Needle, what do you do?
Well, the guy in the doorway's grappled, so he's not an issue.
I just realized what I'm doing. Sorry, I just realized. Sorry to interrupt you. I have been struggling to remember that that Needle is the name of the character, not Avali. And I just realized why, and it's an Elder Scrolls Online thing. Can anyone guess what's
Avali?
throwing me off?
I don't remember anything in Elder Scrolls that's similar.
Do you remember the occasionally annoying Bosmer character who was introduced in the Orsinium or
God.
Rothgar
Oh, Evely.
expansion and shows up? Evely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's who. Sorry, I just realized why I was struggling with Needle's name so much. Sorry. Needle, what were you saying before I interrupted you to talk about you?
Well, the guy, the doorway's sufficiently grappled, I assume. So, my concern is really the guy in the watchtower at this point.
Yeah, I will note that the guy grappled does have a gun still in his arm, so he might do something with that yet.
Oh, well, in that case... I think Needle will, last session she extended her, weapon, but never, fully used it. I think she will, I'm just debating if I should go in full murder mode or not.
I would say that as you look at it, at this point, going in, as you said, full murder mode doesn't seem necessary yet. And it might be noisier and messier. But so like right now, it seems like it would be an escalation of the situation to shoot him. But beyond that, it's hard to say, especially since you're not a person with a combat background. It is you practiced fighting with your various weapons, but this is maybe not the first time, but like one of the first few times that you've been in a situation where you might have to use these skills, and it's certainly the first time where you are actively the aggressor and not a person who might be fighting to defend themselves. Does that make any sense and help frame the situation for your decision ball? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
So what do you want to do?
I think
you could also have a stress response and go in all murder, full violence mode. That's because adrenaline does that too. So clear.
Oh yeah, I know. I think Neil will run over and try and help grapple the guy by pulling his gun away so he can't use it.
Good, thank you.
Anyway.
Yeah. How far are we at? So one.
I can interact with my token. That's not good.
That means that you're running into the building, right?
Yes, I mean that's where he's been grappled.
So you are not in one turn. You're not going to be able to get into the building. However, one turn going full out get you most of the way toward him. Then it's Livia's turn. No, I overlooked. So he is being choked, but he is not unconscious. And what is he gonna do? He is going to try and break free. So I need you to give me a grappling
Is that
check.
my judo? Okay.
Yep.
Love these new dice. Okay. Oh. Okay, 6. That's a 5. So 12. That's a success by 0, just straight. I believe I rolled a 20.
Unfortunately, even though he's working at a default, well, no, because you roll against Dex if you don't have the skill, and that means he succeeded by a
Damn.
lot more than you did. So on his turn, he's he's now holding on to just the front grip of the gun, but he manages to pry your hands off his neck. That's all he can get done though. So he's still standing there in the doorway, trying to get his breath.
He's about to have a bad day in a couple seconds.
He might be about to have a very bad. You can see that.
Dude barely knows what he's swinging at. Well, except the bird.
Yep.
Still with us? Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, you can see what's going on. Did you catch what just happened?
Yeah.
Good.
I was just waiting for more narration.
Oh. There isn't much more narration at this point.
Okay.
The guy up in the tower is still trying to figure out what's happening.
Oh, is he looking in this direction now?
Sure.
You aren't sure from this distance without taking an action to inspect that. Note that, again, this is not to scale, obviously.
Oh, would it require an action for me to use my my cyber eyes to zoom and enhance?
It would require you to use an action to try and see what he's doing.
Okay. Well, I think that those two have the guy down here handled. So I will do that. I will kind of peek around to look at the tower and.
All right, give me a vision check.
Any modifier to use, like for using my.
+1 for each level of telescope vision.
That's a +2.
Cool.
Oh, I did that wrong.
No, that's not how that works.
I know. I just said I did it wrong.
So you have an 8 against what? 14?
12. I'm rolling against 14.
All right, so that would have
So-
been an 8.
Success by a whole bunch.
Yeah, we'll go with the original number because we can see what the dice were. So that
Yeah.
8 against 14, success by 6. Yes. So, he is looking this way, and as you look, he brings up a gun. He brings his gun
boy.
up.
I already took my action.
With that
so-
success, you are pretty sure that he is not looking at his friend so much as he is at the Avali with a spear running in the direction of the door.
Right. And I already took my action, so I can't really.
You can do the most you could do is shout something or say something.
Get down.
I want to whistle very loudly to get his attention.
Okay.
Possibly distract him momentarily.
Sure.
I don't have whistle as
Arousing.
a skill.
You also don't have normal lips. You
Well, sure I do. They're just covered up by
Okay.
a faceplate.
okay? All right. Is there any role I would require to see how effective you are at distracting? No. You whistle loudly, and then it's up to him to see how focused he is. It's Ciderloss's turn, and she's going to see the situation and react in the way that she would.
Viking axe throw into the tower.
Oh. She's going to shoot
Damn.
him. And that is hits. So. Okay. So with that, yeah, I guess a 16. Captain, you note that the guy who she's shooting at just caught sight of Ciderloss at the last possible moment and tried to flinch out of the way, but didn't quite manage to get cover. And so he's going to be hit for 5d6 plus 3 damage
Damn.
twice.
That feels like a lot.
As she has, she is using a full-size shoulder arm. Full-size military shoulder arm. So, like, you have other guns that could achieve similar damage. They're just not configured for it. Alright, so he's gonna take 23 plus 3. So 26. So he's got that. So we got 26 and okay, 17. He's wearing TL9 armor. TL9 torso armor. Give me a second, 'cause I don't have my handy NPC table built for this campaign yet. Alright. So, he's wearing TL9 tactical vest with the plates in. So he's got 41 points of DR, but she's got an armor divisor of 3. So he's effectively got 14 points of DR. Alright, so he will take 3 and 12 points of damage. And so he's got to roll HT to remain conscious, which he does. Alright. And Captain, you can make out Ciderloss kind of trying to gain some cover behind the shed here as she is running and gunning towards the guy in the tower. She is fired on him to keep him from being able to shoot at Needle. Needle, it is your turn. You started running for the door, and immediately things really started happening. There's gunshots of some kind off to your right, and the guy in the doorway seems to have gotten free.
That is...
So, I'm going to take a second and describe the actions in combat just a little bit. You should be able to find them in your basic set campaigns that I sent along to you. But what you've got here, instead of like there is in D&D, where your turn is 6 seconds, and you can do multiple things in combat, or you can move, and you can take an action, and you can take a little half action, your bonus action. In GURPS, you can take an oh, hold on. Livia is correct. I overlooked them, and
Yeah,
I'll
but
get right back to them. I'm going to finish my train of thought with actions in combat, but we'll get back to that. So, you've got the following options. You have a move action. You move a distance up to your movement speed. We're playing a little fast and loose with that on this map, like how far that is, because we're not to scale. But you can do that. You could take an attack action. If you have a weapon that is ready, you can use it to attack someone. You can take the move and attack action, where you both move and attack. However, if you do, you're at a -2 to both. You're at a -2 to your attack roll, and you're at a -2 for any rolls you'd have to make related to your movement. Things like jumping or keeping your footing on unstable ground, any of that. Okay? Then there's the more unusual ones. There's things like all-out attack. This is where you give up your ability to make defensive rolls and just improve your attack. So you could get a small bonus to ranged attack rolls. You get a larger bonus to melee attack rolls, or a boost to melee attack damage, or with a melee weapon, potentially attack multiple times. You could take all-out defense. This is what would allow you to make multiple defense checks against every attack that targets you. It's a bit like taking the dodge action in D&D. There's the ready action, which you use to take something that isn't ready and make it ready, like drawing a gun or activating the blade on your spear, or taking multiple ready actions to reload, those kind of things. And whenever you take an action that doesn't involve moving, you can still take a 1 meter quote-unquote step. That is, you don't have to be perfectly stationary when you don't take the move or move and attack action, but you can only move at what is essentially a quick walk. Okay? Does that
Alrighty.
generally make sense?
I think I got it all. Yeah.
We will go back over these choices as necessary once we actually get to your turn, but I've skipped Livia's turn, so I'm going to go back to Livia.
Sir.
Livia, before the gunshots have sounded outside quite, you have a chance to take your next action. The guy has broken his grip on you and seems to be trying to get his gun up.
So,
what do you want to
I
do?
hear gunfire happening, so what's happening is... Oh,
Not yet. You don't hear
Okay.
gunfire yet.
Either...
Not yet. You hear footsteps.
Regardless.
Someone is running, but you don't...
Regardless, Livia's like, I'm not worried about the dude in the watchtower. I think my team's got it covered, even though she can't really see it from her vantage point. She wants to pull this guy into the building, so that's kind of what she's going to keep trying to do. So I think I have to do another judo to, like, kind of...
You have to make another grapple
That's
check
fine.
to get a hold of him. And then on a turn, when you've successfully grappled him, you can drag him into the building or do a judo throw.
Yeah.
You got options, but you can only... On one turn, it takes a turn just to get a hold of him, and then the next turn you can try to do something with it. So give us that judo
He's
roll.
gonna have trouble like dealing with weapon fire when he's got somebody, a half invisible person choking him to death. So
I do want to know if you want to try and get around to the side of him instead of being in front of him like you are now.
either way, my roll was shit. Those are very high numbers on my dice. So
Yes, but I am still curious where you want to position yourself.
I'm staying. I want to stay in the door. I just want to grab him from the front and pull him in, but I failed. I failed by like 5. Bad.
What
It
was
was
your
like
roll?
17 or something. Yeah, it's like 2 6s. Yeah. Yeah.
17. Okay. 6s and a 5. Okay, so that, because your skill that you're rolling against is lower than a 16, a 17 is a critical failure. So, because this is just a grapple check, we're not rolling for anything else. If this had been a failure on a ranged weapon attack, we would then be rolling to see if the weapon malfunctioned, or really attack with any other
My fist
mechanical
explode.
weapon. But since it's an unarmed attack, and I don't believe in punishing people with cartoonish failure for dice rolls, generally a critical failure is not going, in like a melee attack, something like that, isn't going to turn into things like you fall down or you sprain your arm or what have you. Sometimes really bad things will happen on a critical failure like that, but not most of the time.
It's a pretty mundane action, so I can't really imagine how it would like sprain her arm.
So you go for his throat, you go to grab his neck, and he is like swinging, like he's got one hand on the gun, and he's trying to get the other out and brace against his 3-point sling, and he keeps. You're also trying to sort of dance out of the way of the barrel, so that if he bumps off a few rounds, you don't just directly get yourself shot in the gut. And between all that, you are unable to get a grip on
Oh well. Better luck
So-
next time.
it. Then, a few moments, as you do so, you hear gunfire from outside. And I would note that it sounds like one loud shot, and then 2. Where is he shot? And then 3 little explosions in rapid succession, a bit of cloth ripping, and then 3 firecrackers going off. It's an odd gun that you
This
haven't
ain't
heard
right.
before. Now, now it is Needle's turn. So gunfire has started. The guy is free of Livia inside the doorway. Needle, what do you want to try and do?
Well, jumping from the gunfire and whatnot, seeing the guy that is free, she will hit the button on her spear to retract one of the 3D printed blades, and I'm close enough to
Sure.
stab him, right?
If you
Well,
take
then I'm just
if you take the move and attack action, I would say yes. And I'll just need you to give me a quick soldier roll or spear roll, your choice, as you try and activate that blade in time to have to have it solidified and ready for an attack.
well, I don't have a soldier, so
Then it's going to be spear.
I succeed by
Okay.
7.
Great. Then you are, in fact, able to have the blade ready. So, you've taken the move and attack maneuver. All right? So that means that when you make this attack roll, it is going to be at a -2 because you also just moved in addition to making the attack.
All right.
Got 2 things done in 1 turn. So, go ahead and give me an attack roll at -2. Roll against your spear skill.
I succeed by 4.
Great! Excellent hit. He does not see you coming and doesn't evade. So you stab him. I'm going to have you go. We're gonna do one thing though. What's the art? Well, actually, no. Yeah, just go ahead and roll damage for me. If I recall, sharp damage is something like 2d plus 3 or something.
Yep.
I do need to know if you're holding this one-handed or two-handed, obviously.
2-handed.
All I heard was handed.
2-handed.
Cool. All right. Give me my damage roll.
That's 2d6, right?
Yes. If it's always d6s in GURPS.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
The only Yep, I still say, 2d6 or whatnot, more for the benefit of my other players, than for my own benefit.
$11 damage.
All right. Now, what's the armor divisor on your attack? The number in parentheses.
5.
5. All right. So he has. This guy has the same armor that the guy up in the tower does. It's good for 41 points of damage resistance. We divide that by 4 and round to the nearest whole point. So that's going to mean he has effectively 8 points of damage resistance against your attack. You have dealt 11 damage against his 8 DR. 3 points of damage get through to him. He has taken 3 points of damage. All right. Now, it's his turn. So he screams as he is stabbed in the back quite unexpectedly. Or the side, really, but stabbed quite unexpectedly and quite painfully. And he is going to try and fire his weapon, which is an automatic fire weapon.
Oh,
let me pull up the stats for it. So he can try and hit multiple people. I need to find his gun. All right. So, this is a conventional firearm. So there's exploding noise, there's flashes and explosions and normal gun noises as he fires off a burst. And he's going to try and hit each of you with 5 rounds. Now, he's got a problem here. Really, he's going to fire 5 rounds in 10 rounds across a spread in front of him, trying to hit Livia. Only 5 of them have a chance to hit. And then he's going to try and hit Needle with 5 rounds.
Good luck, Bozo.
So, yeah. The issues. The fact that Livia is invisible isn't a big help to her here because of the way what he's trying to do.
Praying, yeah.
However, right. The fact that he just took 3 points of damage last round is going to seriously hurt him because of the rules for shock. If you take on the turn after you take damage, you have a -1 to all Dex and IQ based checks for each point of damage you took, up to a max of -4. So he took 3 points of damage last round. So his gun skill is at a -3. All right. So that will be 2 possible hits against Livia, 5 shots that go nowhere, and then no possible hits against Needle.
Too small to hit.
It was close, but he quite managed to hit Needle at all. So, that means I need Livia to give me a dodge roll.
What kind of number am I looking at here?
Do you see on your character sheet, right-hand side, right along the edge, up above your attacks?
Condition, block, reaction, lifting and moving. Oh, encumbrance, move, and dodge. Okay.
Dodge.
Oh, I gotta roll under a 9?
You're rolling
Shit.
against
That's
9
not
or
good.
less.
Alright, science dice. Don't fuck me. Oh, they didn't fuck me. That's a 6, so that's a success by 3.
All right.
Woohoo!
So, you are dodging a weapon in an automatic firing mode. That means that just like we figure out how many hits he got by his margin of success, we figure out how many shots you dodged by your margin of success. You're succeeded by 3. He only hit you with 2 shots, so none of them hit you. You see all of your. While you did fail to get a grip on him by trying to stay out of the way of the muzzle, that pays off immediately as you are out of the way of the muzzle. And so, gunfire goes off, but you are safe. So, that was his turn. Now, it's Livia's turn again, because we're back in proper turn order. Livia, what do you want to do now? Do you want to try and grab his gun and disarm him? Do you want to try and strangle him? Do you want to draw your weapon, your melee weapon, or your pistol, and prepare to attack him?
Yeah, let's...
Keep in mind that drawing a weapon is an action as a turn.
Is fast draw relevant to this?
You can roll against fast draw for
that's what I'd like to do,
purpose.
because that's a 13. That ain't bad.
Fast draw against what?
My
fast
pistol.
Draw for what? Okay, fast draw pistol.
Ooh,
all right.
I get a +1 to this from
Give me a
combat
roll.
reflexes. God, that was a good purchase. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Nope, that's bad. Damn it. That's a 6.
What do you got?
6 and that's a 5. So that's another 17. That's another fail by 5. No, wait, 4. Fail by 4.
So your effective skill was a 13? All right. So that's a critical failure. And this is one case where the rules do stipulate what a critical failure would mean. If you critical fail on a fast draw roll, you drop the thing you were trying to draw.
Does that absorb my action?
Here's the situation. Yes, your action was attempting to fast draw. Your gun is on the ground next to you. So, next turn, you can do the same. You can attempt to pick it up, but you can't do anything with it this turn. So, do you want to move further away from him or stay where you are?
Readjust to the side so he doesn't like spray and pray in the same area. So I'm kind of just like dodge behind the door a little bit.
Sure. Let me reposition our tokens.
Yes. Finger quotes token.
To represent about where you're at. Okay. Now, Captain, the situation is getting a bit out of hand. But so far as you can tell, no one on your side is hurt. What would you like to do? I will say this could have gone in a completely different direction if the guy in the building had just not rolled well trying to get free. Like, that's a big reason why this is the way it is. It's not it's just
Is
that
the door
that
still
went badly.
open?
Yes.
Is his back to the opening? Like I've been having a hard time.
Yes. Well, at the moment, he is.
I thought he was looking towards me.
At the moment, he's got his back toward you. Okay. He's standing like half in and half out the door. Like his left foot is outside the door, and his right foot is inside. So he's facing toward Needle, and standing partway in the building, but his back is to you.
Okay. Explain to me how an all-out attack works, please.
Well, when you choose the all-out attack maneuver, you give up all of your defenses, so any attacks that hit you just hit. However, you get to add some bonuses. For a ranged attack, it would allow you to make an attack with a weapon in each hand, if you have them ready. And, or you can make an attack with an extra +1 to hit.
And, how does that all apply with movement involved?
You can make when you all-out attack, you can move up to your full movement, but it must be towards the person you're attacking.
Right.
And if you do, there's no penalty to the movement or the attacking. You can, you can heroically or recklessly charge the enemy at no penalty if you're all out attacking.
Okay. You understand why my line of questioning is thus, correct?
Not enough to predict what you're going to do, but somewhat.
Okay. Well, there is a...
Are you trying to charge up behind him and run him through with your sword?
No, not necessarily. I'm just trying to find out if I have... if the distance is short enough that I can move to him and then do an all-out attack.
I will allow it.
Okay.
So yes, you could take an all-out attack. If you're taking a melee all-out attack, you get a couple different options. This would allow you to attack twice with the same weapon or with two different weapons. So instead of just getting one attack in the turn. Hold on. It would also let you attack with a +4 to hit instead of a mere +1. Or I think it's like a +2 to damage. If you want to go for a chokehold, you can go for a grapple with as many hands as you have. What you would go for is the all-out attack with a +4 to hit, and that would help you with your grapple.
+4 to hit. That's in addition to the bonuses that I get from having cybernetic arm.
That I think, if I'm recalling correctly, the extra strength there, that's helping your damage.
Okay.
I don't think the arm gives offhand. I don't remember any way the arm gives a direct bonus to grappling. Is there something I'm forgetting? Something that indicates otherwise to you.
I applies to efforts to lift, throw, or attack with those arms or hand. So yeah, I get
a
a
+2 to strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it improves the boost to strength improves the damage. Remember that this is not D&D. In GURPS, your attack rolls are all based on dexterity, and damage is derived from strength.
Right. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
All right. So.
So you take your whatever your grappling skill is. I think you have sumo wrestling chosen.
Yeah.
And you add 4 to whatever's on your character sheet, and that's the number you're trying to beat.
So I'm okay. So against the 16, that's success by 4.
Great. Yeah, it's a big penalty to defense because you are directly behind him, and that's not good enough. You have successfully grappled him around the throat with both arms. Next turn, well, let me double check how a chokehold works. I handled it casually last time because we weren't really in a combat situation, at least not an initiative situation.
Yeah.
But we are now, so I better be familiar.
Yeah, and I'm kind of going big and obvious with this because I feel like Cyrilos more or less has the guy in the tower handled.
I would say that based on your knowledge of firearms and weapons in general, based on what's going on, you feel that even though she's in technically a disadvantageous position, being the one on the ground with minimal cover, she seems to have the guy in the tower well under control, well outgunned, and is better armored and more competent. So since it's become all right. Now, you don't have judo or wrestling, so you may have you're not going to be able to get the quote-unquote safe chokehold that Livia can. Sumo wrestling specifically can't do that. However,
I just want to grab him and squeeze until he passes out.
Yeah, you can still do that. It'll still potentially damage him. Like you might crush his windpipe, but you will be able to knock him out. You've got the strength, more than enough strength for that. All right. Now it's Cyrilla. Oh wait, the guy up in the tower. His turn. He is going to pivot from who he was going to shoot at to shoot at the person who just shot at him.
Fair.
He is at the maximum -4 to his roll to do so.
Because of shock that you were talking about? Okay.
Yes. And there's a range where he is as far as that. So that is a miss. He fires a burst. A few rounds, but does not hit. Then it's Cyrilos's turn. She is going to advance more carefully and fire back. Actually, no, she's going to advance and aim. Trusting in her armor and the guy's mediocre shooting skills to keep her alive and reasonably unhurt until he can land a killing shot next round. That means it's Needle's turn. All right, you are right in front of this guy, like right next to him. The captain's got both big metal hands around the guy's throat, and you got a spear. Do you want to attack him? Do you want to do something else?
Well, considering that he's in a chokehold now, yeah, I think I'll do an all-out attack for 2
Damn.
attacks.
All right.
Alrighty. My first attack is success by 3,
Great.
and then a success by 4.
Great. All right, give me 2 damage rolls. And I will see if he's able to dodge either of those in his position. That will be a resounding no. He's not quite going to dodge either of them. All right.
And
So the
8 and a
first
12.
the first one, unfortunately, doesn't quite penetrate his armor. But the second one gets through for 4 points of damage, except something I forgot. It only accounted for 1 point of damage, but you have there a weapon with the impaling damage type, don't you?
Yeah,
Yes?
I think so.
That means it has a wounding multiplier. Any damage that gets past his damage resistance is doubled.
Ooh.
So instead of
Oh.
taking 3 last turn, he took 6. And now take 8 from that second spear wound. He's going to make an H2 roll and see if he passes out. He does not pass out. But he is bleeding. Like, you got him. That first one, you could feel your blade chipped on his the trauma plates in his armor, and got rejected, and a new one printed just in time to sink in deep. You felt bone with that one.
Damn. Murder bird.
And now it's his turn.
Do I not get it? I usually go before him, don't I?
Yes, you did. You drop, no,
Oh.
you go after him.
I
No,
was confused.
you do go before him.
I thought I went
You do
before
go
Needle.
before him.
I was just letting
I'm
it
losing
ride.
track. Sorry. No, you're good. So you don't go.
Okay.
You go after Needle. We just took a full, complete round and missed you once. So you are next. This is what happens when I don't have the
I know,
initiative
should
tracker
we do
running
this
up
one?
here. Yeah. So you,
I mean,
what would you like to do? So your gun's on the floor, but the captain and Needle seem to be going in for
Yeah,
some
I
murder.
see that it's. They
Or
kind of
subdual,
got
it's
it
hard
in
to tell.
hand. So I was gonna start punching him in the solar plexus, but I noticed my captain is kicking his ass and Needle is needling. So I'm just gonna pick up my gun without a care in the world. Just like, all right, I'll just grab my
All
gun.
right. All right, you stoop over, pick up your gun, have it
Yo.
ready in hand. Captain, you now have this guy held by the throat. So, if you would like to start strangling him, you can give me a quick contest of your strength with arm strength against his strength or health, which I'm going to roll. Okay.
Well, what's my target again? I'm just doing my strength, and then
Rolling against your strength, and your arm strength counts.
so I'm rolling against a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to start squeezing, and while I'm squeezing, I'm going to kind of grunt out to Needle, calm down.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah, so that's
okay. That's a success.
by like 4.
Yeah. But he only got a success by 0, so you won the quick contest. Now, he takes 6 points of damage because this damage was to his neck, and your success was significantly greater, by significantly greater margin. So he takes 6 points of damage. Manages not to be stunned. Now let's see if he can. Ooh, 6 plus 8 plus 6. He's taken 20 points of damage. Okay. All right. All right. Now the guy in the tower is going to shoot again at Cyrilas. Ooh. That's potentially a hit. Or a couple of hits. So she's going to dodge. Alright.
Ruh-roh.
Only one shot will get through. Now, let's see how he does against her armor. 10. 19.
I have an action pose.
That does not penetrate her armor. All right, so she takes a hit, but seems undeterred. And on her turn, she will shoot back. Oh, that's bad for him.
Love to hear it.
That's a crit. Her effective skill is something like a 17 at the moment, and she rolled a 5. And if your effective skill is 15 or higher, a 5 is a crit. So, he doesn't get to defend. That's primarily what crits do in GURPS, is if someone rolls a crit on you, you don't get to defend. $14. And he's got effectively... So that's 7 points of damage on the first shot. 5 points of damage on the second shot. And 1 point of damage. Alright, so he takes another 13 on top of what he's already taken. Alright, let's get 2 rolls here. He remains conscious, but... And he stays alive. Lucky him. Wow. He's taken a fair amount of punishment. Now, it is Needle's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm debating if I should stop stabbing him or not.
What a debate. The internal struggles.
He's struggles.
Another Zydratism there.
I'm gonna start calling it now. I'm gonna call it struggles.
Damn it.
internal struggles.
So what are you gonna do?
I think Needle is in fact not going to listen to the captain and stab him again.
Are you going to go all out and stab him twice?
Or stab him harder? That is the question.
That's correct.
Sorry, I just saw it.
I know.
I say I'll just do a much harder attack, which is a +1 to attack roll.
A
Right.
+2 to so to hit you could roll for a +4 to hit, or you could stab all out with a +2 to damage. Oh, hold on. Before we get around to you, I forgot. He's gonna try and get free,
All right.
and that's all he's gonna try and do on his turn is break free. Captain, go ahead and give me a sumo wrestling check.
Does my arm strength bonus apply?
No, this is the dex check.
Strength is damage, dex is actually doing the thing.
Success by 2.
He failed by a bit, so since you have a success and he has a fail, they'll grapple. Anyway, as we were, you can attack with. Let me just pull up the all-out attacks instead of trying to run this from memory.
Well, I mean, what you said is when I'm doing an all-out single attack, I can either do a +4 to my chance to hit or a +2 to my damage, from what I understand.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm double checking that I have those right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, determined, a single attack at +4 to hit. Double, make 2 attacks against the same foe if you have 2 ready weapons or 1 weapon that doesn't have to be readied after use. A strong attack, at normal skill, if you hit, you get +2 to damage or +1 per die if that will be better, which it isn't, it's just the same. Applies only to melee attacks doing strength-based thrust or swing damage, not to weapons such as force swords. Yeah, energy, melee energy weapons, which none of you have. So, yeah, you can get a +4 to hit, a +2 to damage, or attack twice.
I'll do a +2 to damage.
Cool. Give me an attack.
It's a success by 1.
Cool. Who doesn't dodge? Go ahead, roll damage.
Damn.
9. All right. So his effect you is 8. So 1 point of damage gets through, doubled to 2. However, that is exactly enough, if I'm
Wait, you
remembering
said
this
9?
correctly.
For me, it's a 7.
Right, but you have a plus. Oh, you already rolled the +2.
Yeah.
Shoot. Nope, no damage.
Damn.
It lodges on one of his armor plates again. Doesn't manage to get through. Livia, your turn.
I've had 2 thoughts, and I don't know if they're gonna matter soon.
Must be a good day
Okay.
for you then.
Ouch.
Sorry.
I'm struggling.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put the...
Yeah.
I'm gonna put aim my gun at his head and be like, "Stop! You're done."
Okay. A disembodied voice says, "Stop."
Oh right, he doesn't see the gun. Can I? Okay,
That's
can
correct.
I like
That's correct.
deactivate my thing so this like ghastly, pale, red eye, glowing red eyes pierces through the dim light?
You can. You don't get a reaction to like any opportunity to shoot
That's
him
fine.
this round. But you can put the gun to his head. Like you can reappear, put the gun to his head, and demand his surrender. All right. Right?
I don't know if I gotta make some kind of. I don't know if I
That's
gotta
what
make
you
some
want to
kind of
do?
like a. What? I don't really have a.
No check required
Okay.
under the circumstances. Well, actually, give me intimidation.
Oh God, dude, that's the thing. Damn. All right, I guess that's at default.
If not, it defaults to IQ
That's
minus
not good.
5.
I can't do the math, but I'm gonna fail this anyway. So let's just roll it. Alright. Yeah, it's a fail. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Higher than 10?
So 12.
Yeah.
My default's probably like 7 or something. So
IQ minus 5 is probably a 7 for your
yeah,
character.
so
if I
fail
remember
by
correctly,
5.
So.
But that
Very good.
that
So
does not
you
account
attempt to
for
intimidate,
all of the
and we'll see what-
bonuses I might have.
Right. It doesn't account
Yeah,
for
yeah.
circumstances, but that's what you roll. And then the guy up in the tower is he stopped. No, he's gonna try and shoot. Even in his present state. And only one shot would hit, and it is dodged. Cyrilos will return fire, hopefully for the last time she has to. Well, only one shot would hit. But he did fail to dodge. Oh. That was a very high damage roll. So he takes another 12 points of damage, which calls for another pair of rolls on his part. Alright. Okay. And he drops out of sight. You cannot see him up there atop the tower anymore, Captain. And then it is... Oh, I bypassed the captain. Captain, what would you like to do? Livia has just materialized, put a gun to the guy's head, and demanded his surrender. Needle, on the other hand, seems caught up in the moment and has stabbed again, though you're not sure how effectively. And Cyrilos is still trading gunfire off to the left, off to your left, though the person she's been shooting at is not currently visible. Whether he's trying to take cover or has been shot and dropped, it's hard to tell.
All right. Has this guy has his physical struggle, like, has there been enough time for his physical struggle to for me to detect has changed with the appearance of Livia?
No. It hasn't reached.
Okay.
Oh, I missed his turn again, didn't I? Give me a second. We'll find out, because he would take his turn before you. So. All right. So he has dropped the gun and is trying to say something and is struggling with your hands, but that's all. Yeah. This session, the DM fails at initiative. Or maybe the DM loses the initiative. For a little turn of phrase. So, on your turn, that's what's happened.
Dropping his gun is a good sign.
I want to, again, because we're doing this theater of the mind, I'm trying to like visualize this in my head. I'd like to kind of spin to reposition a little bit so that Livia can still have her like little like intimidation thing going on, but transpose myself in between me and between him and the bird.
Yeah, you can absolutely just kind of pivot him around. Give me a strength check. Arm strength applies.
That's a success by 1.
Okay, that'll be enough. So you're able to spin him around. So what we've got now, if I try and reposition people approximately, is more like this.
And if I can, I don't know if this requires action economy, but maybe ease up a little bit so that he can talk.
Nope, no action economy required to loosen your grip.
Just a little bit.
Yep. All right. Okay. And then let's see. Cirlos did her thing. Captain's done his thing, and now Needle.
Well, now that the captain has moved,
You're gonna stand the
guy out
captain.
of.
No.
I'm gonna finish. It crossed my mind a
Damn.
couple of times.
Jesus.
I'm
What you gonna do?
good person, I swear.
You're gonna what now?
I was making a joke.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear clearly.
That is a good question.
You'd shake your stick at him menacingly.
We're not doing this again.
Scare him to death like the last guy. Give him a heart attack. Let's go.
You're gonna try and intimidate
I
him?
was just tossing that out.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh,
She's buffering.
If you want, you can just kind of move around and like stand ready to stab him if he starts resisting again. Actually, what we're gonna do here is we are sort of dropping out of combat time
Well, other than the
because nobody is currently actively trying
except
to
for the
kill anyone
firefight
else.
happening over there.
The firefight
Oh,
actually
okay.
just ended in about the same moment.
Yeah.
So you guys can now move out of combat time. Cirlos, you can see, is jogging across the front of the parking lot up into the tower. And what do you folks down on the ground do?
I have an immediate thought that I think is kind of important.
The guy's sort of speechless. What do you do?
I kind of, she's kind of ordering the captain to be like, hold on to him. I want to rush back inside and check the computer and see if there's like cams. And I know I looped them earlier, so I want to make sure if there's any kind of silent alarm that might have been pushed or anything that makes it look like.
It appears that this is not a security office right here. If there's a security office, it's elsewhere in the facility. This looks like it's really looks like it's a break
shit.
room. And like a little
Can I do
room
my?
and such. There is a
I can hack stuff, so.
Is there a computer terminal up here? Yes, there is a computer terminal by the
Alright, I'm
between
gonna
the two
hook
doors.
in and see if some bullshit
Go ahead
is
and give
happening.
me- Yeah, think like a Fallout style little computer terminal, wall-mounted computer terminal.
Olivia scoffs in disgust.
Not literally running on a tube, but yeah. I mean, a lot of this is TL9 tech, and not great TL9 tech at that.
Olivia scoffs in disgust.
Go ahead and give me the check.
Would this be computer programming or electronics operation?
Still give me a computer operator.
Okay. Damn it.
Captain,
Okay.
do you want to try and tie the guy up?
Let me see
Whew,
what I
12 on
brought with
12.
me.
Will you do that? Livia, you determined that there are currently no alarm
Okay.
sounded.
I unplugged my Pit-Boy.
You are able to tell a few. So at the moment, though, you're not logged in on under any account. You're just able to view sort of the desktop, as it were, of this little like workplace terminal. If you would like to log in under someone's identity, you'll either need to search them for some credentials, or give me a set of hacking roles. So one computer operations, one computer programming.
Computer operations, which I have somewhere. There it is. Okay. What's the what was the other one?
Computer programming. So you might have to
Yeah,
switch
I think it was
chips.
that. Oh my god, I probably failed them both though. Yeah, these are very high rolls. That's 2 6s. Okay. Computer operation failure by 2, so that's probably probably can't even get in.
And what was the programming check?
Well, that's a straight success. Again, 12 on 12.
All right. So unfortunately, the issue you're running into here is this is like the operating system here is separated from the standards you're used to
That's fair.
quite a while ago, and your normal workarounds for unauthorized access are not working.
Shit's too old.
You can try again, but yeah, it's too obsolescent.
All right. I'm gonna be somewhat confident that we're not hearing any like actual alarms. So I'm gonna start helping with the cleanup, and I'm gonna kind of walk back towards outside and help either them or Cyrilas with retrieval, depending on who needs me first.
Okay.
Anybody got,
So now,
has anybody got something to bind this guy up with?
No.
do you have anything?
No.
I have
that was a
sticky
no.
tape. I don't think that'll help. I don't really
No.
have that kind of thing.
If we put enough tape around him, that'll eventually bind him.
I mean, you can duct.
Oh,
you can
I got
bind
smart
somebody up
rope.
with duct.
I want this back though.
Okay.
That would work, yeah.
All right. I help with that.
Does somebody... Here's another thing. Evely, do you want to potentially do a little searching, a little scrounging, and try and find something to tie him up with? Excuse me, needle.
I mean,
We're surrounded by cars.
as Needle calms down and sees what Lex is trying to do, yeah, I think she will scrounge around and like probably check trunks of the cars or whatever, see if there's any rope or anything.
Give me a scrounging roll.
Forget if I have that. I think I have that because I'm supposed to be thief coded. I do.
I think we got you observation
Yeah.
because that was more
Yeah.
casing a joint. So scrounging, 10 out of... what's that, a success?
Success by 3.
Great.
I
All
can
right.
find it.
So you, it occurs to you, Jack, larger truck, the box truck that you were hiding behind, and in the cab, behind the seat, are a bunch of tie downs. Not even in the cab, just in the back of the truck. There's a whole bunch of tie downs. And so you come around with lots of heavy cable and straps, which are abundantly enough to securely tie this guy up, as well as the guy who Livia choked out elsewhere. Cyrulos, at this point, comes walking back at a brisk walk. One man in the tower is down.
Dead?
What are our next marching orders, Captain?
Is he dead? Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to conceal his body?
I glance over the tower. I don't know how it's constructed. That we didn't really go into that, but from this angle, is there any sign of like blood pooling, or can I see the body through like a crack if I zoom in?
Perception check. +1 per level of telescopic vision.
Success by 3.
You can make out no blood. Which, now that you think back about it, wouldn't be too surprising, since plasma weaponry is a superheated thing. It's firing superheated, usually a little slug of superheated hydrogen, and so it cauterizes the wound. However, you can make out a body, like, you know, somebody as if someone's lying down, or what have you, on that, up in that tower.
All right. Well, then I'll respond to Sierra that it might be a good idea.
Roger that. What about these two? All alive?
For now.
What do you mean these two?
Well, the one you've got and the one that Livia, you can make out, stick her head in the door and see that Livia is tying up inside.
Oh, right. Macaroni
Yeah.
sandwich guy.
It wasn't a sandwich, but yeah. It was more like a TV dinner, but yeah.
Don't worry about the tower. We'll, if we haven't figured out what to do with these two by the time you get back, then we could use your assistance with that.
Very good. All right, so she heads back to the tower at a brisk trot, comes back down with a body slung over one shoulder, and heads for one of the vehicles. She's going to Yep, Jimmy. Give a swift kick to the lock on a trunk of one of the few car-style vehicles, and unceremoniously stuffs the corpse in the trunk, and closes the trunk again. Then returns. Livia, give me a look for a schedule sheet.
Yeah,
No need to roll for
yeah.
that. There is
I
in
want to see
fact
when
a
the shift
schedule
changes
sheet.
and how much time we got. If we can use the lounge as a store these guys, or if the shift is about to change in an hour, then we need to shove these people in a box somewhere.
All right. I want you to roll me 1d6, please,
God,
Livia.
why? Let's do one of my Oogie Boogies. That's a 3.
Good. All right. Next change of shift doesn't seem to be for another 2 hours. Though, whether or not anyone has a break in that time is hard to say. Nobody's breaks are written down on the schedule.
Yeah. And this is not a military installation, so Livia wouldn't really know when people would be forced to take breaks.
You have no idea what's going on in
here. We
here.
definitely need to find a spot for these people to just shove them.
Cyrilla suggests that you could toss them in the back of the box truck. Needle, after finding the straps, and then taking a second to help the captain with his guy who's still conscious, tie him up. He has, by the way, not done much of anything. In fact, how long? Okay. He has, however, not passed out from blood loss. He is bleeding from a couple of gut wounds. I can't imagine how he got those.
Looks at Bird.
I did nothing wrong.
Livia agrees.
What would you like to do?
I think now that the adrenaline of the entire ordeal is over, she's probably gonna prevent him from dying and try and bandage up his wounds.
Sure, give me a first aid roll.
Okay, let me check what I have.
On that note, I should make a quick self-control roll for Cyrilla now that the adrenaline is situated. Okay, so she's functioning.
Self-control roll?
She seems, in fact,
PTSD.
I alluded to, yes, I inadvertently alluded to some of her disadvantages there. But she is, perfectly professional and, military, honestly. What's that result there, Needle?
Success by 1.
Great, alright. You are at a small penalty because her physiology is rather different than yours, but for the simple task of controlling bleeding, it's a lot easier to make a human stop bleeding than it is an Avali. So, you stop his bleeding, and he'll recover a couple of hit points from that. He is kind of, you can tell that he is in shock, that his body is in shock at the moment from blood loss. But now the bleeding has stopped, assuming he's not doing anything strenuous, which he probably won't be doing if he's tied up. He'll probably pull through just fine. Does anyone intend to try and question your conscious prisoner?
Looks at Captain.
We got
Oh,
him
yeah.
tied up, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you got him tied up. And Cyrulos has now gone inside and is standing at that. So I described last time, inside this structure, there's it's like a big open space, like a big enough just to like pull a large vehicle inside. And then looks like it might be like a business office. And then, like you can see a window, and then opening to another building, but another room, but the lights are off in the other room. And then there's a steel cable lift. A lift is like 3 meters square, held up by cables from the roof with a massive winch and a big old roll of heavy cable. And the winch is down, is not present. It is down below at the moment. And so Cyrulos is standing at the top of the hole, like not quite a meter back, but standing near the top and just watching the winch and the area there. So she's on sentry, and you have a tied up prisoner either inside or outside the building.
We, per my orange text, Olivia would like to direct everyone into the building, remind people that the cameras will not be looped forever, so we want to make sure the outside is kind of clear, which it should be by now, as long as we tidied up.
That is good to know. Yep, that's fine. If you head inside, if you take a little bit of water, so one thing that I'm going to say Needle has had time to do, if they would like, is take just a cup of water from the sink in the break room, and maybe a couple of cups, and splash it and like clear the blood away off of the front step, so that someone opening the door can't immediately tell there was a fight right here. Either Needle did that, or Cyrulos would have, if no one else thought of it. It's up to Needle to decide whether they did that.
It's not something she would probably think of at first, but if the others were cleaning up, she
It
might
sounds like something
do
Olivia
it,
has
yeah.
probably done in the past as a fixer, literally.
So somebody, sure. So somebody, it doesn't really matter who, has saw the blood, washed it away, and now you have got 2 prisoners tied up, one unconscious, and one just kind of going into shock. Here, inside the room, there are a couple of cameras visible in here. Like you can see the cameras.
I guess I should.
Do you want to try to do something about
I
those,
do.
Olivia?
I need to go.
Okay. Give me an electronics operations security check or surveillance.
Actually, let me alter this a little bit. It's along the same lines, but the terminal she has judged to be kind of useless. She wants to find. Okay, this is a lower tech area than she's used to, but usually in a facility, in a room like this, there's usually some kind of panel on the wall that people can put a code in and like log into the system. She wants to like hack into that so she can get a read on.
As you look around, you can see the terminal that you've already had no luck with, and in that, like I said, there's a little room, with a door and a window looking out into the rest of the space, with no light on inside, but you can see a computer terminal in there. It's not powered on at the moment, but it is there.
Can I judge if that's relevant?
So you can try and break. Hard to say.
I guess I have no other choice. No, I'll go work on that.
Okay, give me a lock-picking check for the door.
I missed that.
Because the door to get to it is locked. Yeah, sorry. It's in a little, like an office.
That's a success by 5. I think, or six even.
Great.
8.
All right.
Oh, 5.
You
It's
pick the
7.
lock, no problem. Step inside. Now give me a computer operations and a computer
Alright,
programming
she
check.
unslots one and puts in another. Beep, beep, boop, beep.
I will note you have a +2 in this situation because you're approaching a computer that is currently shut down.
Okay.
And it is much easier for you to pull this kind of chicanery with a system that during startup than at any other time.
Much better rolls on both sides. So that's a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Computer operations is a success by 3, I guess, with the +2. 4, 5, 6,
Sure.
8, and that is. What was the other one?
Programming,
Okay,
computer
that
programming.
is a success by 4. That's success by 4.
All right, you are able to power this system up as an administrator and access the facility administrator's account.
All right, I would like to wipe footage.
Wipe footage. All right, so hold on a moment. So we're going to leave you for the moment doing that, while the rest of the crew looks into questioning someone. Okay? Because you're going to get into a whole ranges of options of things you can do with access to that.
While they do that, restroom break for me. Real quick. Be right back. Have fun.
Yes. All right, Captain and Needle. So Livia is looking at, working at computers, trying to do something about internal security. And you have a prisoner here. Do you want to question him? I feel like I asked that, but I don't remember if I got an answer already.
You didn't get an answer yet. I've kind of been
Great.
thinking about how I want to approach this. First of all, how was he looking? He took a bit of a beating. Is he lucid?
So he looks as though he is in shock, medically speaking. Not psychologically speaking, just medically speaking. So he is physically weak. He is notably pale. And appears at times to be having a little trouble focusing. His eyes are sometimes not really in focus. And he occasionally seems to lose the thread of where he is at for moments.
So
I wonder whose fault that is.
Needle was on the verge of literally killing this guy.
Oh yes. If Needle's last stab had gone through, he may well have died right then and there. Now,
He would have
Needle
been
then patched him up, and he's in meaningfully better shape. But at the moment, his primary issue is just that he lost a fair amount of blood rather quickly. And his body is going to be struggling for a bit to compensate for that.
We're in the break room still, right?
Yeah.
They're like a refrigerator or something?
Yeah. There's a refrigerator.
Is there any I'm gonna open it up. Is there any juice or something?
There are some energy drinks, so some caffeinated beverages. There is. It looks like everything here is either caffeinated or something that by now you start to recognize as a local, low alcohol beer. But nothing good for electrolytes.
All right. Well, I'll just open up a couple cabinets, find a cup or something, fill it up with some tap water.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna force it down his throat, but I'm gonna like guide it. Like guide him to drink it.
All right. He accepts the drink of water. Who are you? He croaks.
It don't. Yeah. It don't matter. I don't actually care about your boss's operation here. Although if you don't cooperate, then we might find something here, and then the police might find themselves with an anonymous tip. So, that said, I'm looking for Orlando Navarro.
Give me an interrogation roll.
Time to scare the shit out of some mooks.
I mean, Needle is standing there with a spear handy if need be.
Did that
And
subtle
she did just almost kill him.
did that subtle threat grant me any bonuses?
You discern that it does not.
Okay. Success by 3.
All right. I don't know who that is.
Oh, I have to detect lies.
Yeah, but
I'm in
you're
another room. Shit.
Indisposed.
And he seems, well, how does this work? On a success, let me reread the skill. Because it's structured, and so I'm going to stick with the structure. If I can just find my rulebook.
Oh, that's right. Last time we did this, there was like a detect lies built in to the thing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now, his answer? I don't know who that is.
Now, the last time we did this, you kind of required like somebody else to like do a detect lies situation because like me as the interrogator has like the way you explained it, the way that I understood it.
So
was
here's
like
the way it works. Right.
Mhm.
Here's the way I'm working it. Is you're going to get an answer if you win that's truthful. If you lose or tie, you'll get no answer, or an answer that's obviously false. And if you lose by more than 5 points, you will get you will get an answer that will be some sort, I will tell you some sort of good, believable lie. So, based on the answer you received, either you succeeded or you failed by 5 or more. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So generally, now, if you have someone standing by with detect lies, they can also roll a quick contest against, they can roll alongside you, and they might be able to catch a lie that that you miss.
Okay.
So if Needle has detect lies and wants to make a check, Needle can do so.
I don't think. I just need diplomacy.
I don't know. Let's see, Needle.
I do
Do you have
not.
detect advice? Okay. All right.
And,
So, Captain, what are you going to ask next?
And Siru, she's posted up like
She's on
watching
guard.
out.
She is
Yeah.
not. She is not paying close enough attention to assist.
Right. All right, so I'll respond. So here's the thing. My partner is in the computer system. If they find out that there's some connection to Orlando Navarro, whom you claim you do not know, then that means you're either highly uninformed or you're lying. So I want you to think real hard about whether or not you actually know who Orlando Navarro is.
Give me a check.
Success by 6.
Damn.
He. I don't know, man. There's every once in a while the boss will send somebody in. They go by, somebody new will come in. They go by whatever name they give them. We don't ask no questions like that out here. But right now we got one of the boss's men out here. But he's been here for months, probably. And then somebody came for a week or so and then left. He left with the last truck.
You say where he was going?
He left with the truck. Give me another interrogation roll.
Success by 3. Also, above table, if he left with the truck, that means that he was going back to the city. Am I understanding that correctly?
Probably so. Yeah. Certainly that seems to be what this guy thinks.
Okay. Right, that's what he
And
thinks.
in fact, if he left with the truck, he probably arrived in the city at about the time that Needle boarded your ship with you at the space station and you folks took off for here.
Which means he might be back in the city.
Very likely. Will have probably been in the city for about, at this point, 6 hours or so.
All right. And this guy that all right, and I'm gonna finish up with this guy that's left with the truck. Did he say what his name was? Did anybody say what his name was?
He gave his name as Sakai.
Kai, okay. And that question,
Give me an interrogation check, by the way.
I just rolled.
Yeah.
So what
And what'd you get?
constitutes the crit?
What's your effective skill?
12.
12. So a 3 or a 4
There you go.
is a crit for you.
Then it's a crit.
Cool. He's truthful there. The guy called himself Sakai.
All right. I'm just taking notes here. If you want to go back to Livia for a minute.
Very good. Livia.
Sir.
All right. You have access to the system. So there are camera nets, like 3 camera groups in the security system. One is the external cameras. Those are still looping at the moment. Then there's the upstairs, the internal cameras to the upstairs. The area where you are now, the ground level cameras. Those are live. And there's a in-mine system of cameras. Not nearly as extensive, but there are a few cameras down there. And those are also running. Would you like to view the footage
Yes,
from any of those sets?
I want to look
you
into
like
the mine,
to-
see if there's anything sus going on.
All right. Give me an
Oh.
observation check.
Scroll back up. General. Or did I put observation? There it is. Alright, we're gonna roll these.
What kind of insights can you get?
That is a fail by 1.
Your dice trays are
Is it?
missing, by the way.
Oh shit! Whoops!
Yeah.
Under the circumstance, you have a considerable bonus, so you still are able to
Cool.
glean some things. So here's what's going on. As you look downstairs, there is no actual mining activity down there. Instead, in the area that you can see, 3 people are packing small objects that you can't make out very well into crates. With your roll, you're not able to get a good angle at what they're packing, but they seem to all be no larger than someone's head, and it looks like they're somewhat heavy.
Okay, I have a thought. Now, one of the weaknesses of us playing this is like we've made jokes that we don't know what all the skills are. In the same vein, I don't know what the thousands of gear equipment that we have access to that we would have to plug into our equipment. Would you reasonably say that she carries around like blank chips or like futuristic versions of a USB drive?
I would say that you very
Okay.
plausibly could, and after the session, you can go ahead and add some of
Okay.
those to your inventory. So, do you want to back up, make a backup of their
Yes.
camera footage? All right. It looks like footage for 30 days is kept stored on this location.
Okay. I will.
It is the work of a moment to make a copy. Do you want to conceal that you
Yes.
made a copy? Give me a computer operations check.
Alright, that's not a chip, that's just something I have. Alright, science dice, don't fuck me! Okay. Nope, they fucked me. Oh, actually, no, hold up. That's a success by 0. 12 on 12 again.
Cool. All right. You managed to conceal that you made a copy. Now, do you want to
Yes,
erase
I need to
some
erase
footage?
the room that we're in for the past, 20 minutes or whatever.
All right. Also, before you do that, you want to shut down any of the cameras so that they don't
Yes,
keep
correct.
making footage.
The inside and the outside.
So I want 2 checks. One is electronic operations surveillance or security, your pick, and the other is computer operation.
Alrighty. I'm gonna roll these both. Oh shit. Oh, that one's cocked. Oh, that's cocked again. Oh, Okay, damn. It kept hitting the edge of the tray. Oh, that's bad on one of them. Oh wait, hold up. That's 5-5. Okay. I failed by 1 on the first one. What was the first one?
Electronics operation, security, or surveillance.
Electronics. Okay, that is a fail by 1.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. The other one is a wide success by like 5. I rolled low on those.
So there is some sort of emergency routine that keeps kicking the cameras back on every time you try to turn them off. So you delete their footage. What was the success by?
Which check is that one? Was that security?
The computer operations check?
4, 5, 6, 7. Computer operation. 5, I want to say. 5. That's that.
All right. So you are able to get in and mess up the routine for the software so that it attempts to save footage to a non-existent drive. And so it is still recording. Anyone who walks by the system will see cameras are on. But it is not retaining anything that it's recording for the moment. So all of their footage for the past about an hour is gone. And they are currently not recording any new footage.
She pokes her head up.
What else do you want to do
her head out
at
the
this
door,
system?
Like, all right, we're good. And then she pokes her head back in. And I don't think I'm good.
It takes 5 minutes per question to do an interrogation check for rules, and the captain asks like 5 questions. So you've got some time.
I don't know what else I need to do. I will take suggestions. We got some evidence that we could like scan and zoom and enhance for later.
Stirulos has suggestions if no one else does. Needle, do you have any suggestions for Livia?
No, I think Needle will just be sitting there eating whatever's left of that guy's meat.
Cool.
Macaroni
His
sandwich.
mac and cheese is getting cool, but it's there. And there were somebody left, like there must have been like a pizza party a couple of days ago, because there's like 2.5 boxes of cold pizza on one shelf in the fridge. So you can snack to your heart's content.
I'm gonna take take Needle's cue. I'm gonna pound one of those energy drinks, and then grab a couple of those beers for the road.
All right. Cool. She sees you going for the when you open the fridge, Zero Lots catch sight of the energy drinks, and call her, and via radio, because she's not actually spoken out loud since the mission started, or at least not outside her helmet. Toss me one of those, would you?
I comply.
And then cracks the visor on her helmet, or it isn't an openable visor, just like Mandalorian style, like tips the helmet halfway up and sips through it. Then again slams an energy drink. Now,
Could you above the table? Could you spell Sakai for me real quick?
Sakai.
That's what I thought. Okay.
This is one of the upsides of having read and listened to a single science fiction repeatedly for a while that nobody else here knows, is that I can just sort of pull names for related characters when I need to name NPCs, and no one will get any clues from it because nobody knows what I'm referencing. It does mean that I can't really introduce you to my favorite science fiction ever, but
be like, hey,
we'll get there eventually.
Stolen.
We'll get there eventually. The thing is, the names I'm given don't fit the roles the characters play. But you might be able to tell that one character has some relationship or connection to another if they have names of adjacent characters. Anyway,
Is it a
Back-
Usagi Yojimbo reference?
Sakai? No.
Oh, okay. 'Cause that's
Nope.
Stan Sakai is the creator of Usagi Yojimbo.
Never heard of it.
You're missing out.
Anyway,
Yeah, I miss out on a lot of
me.
stuff. I'll live.
Nope.
So she has a couple of suggestions. First of all, communications. That computer have an email account of some sort. We want their
Okay,
emails.
I'll download that on like one of my chips. Oh god.
Give me another check.
Damn it.
Computer operations check. See if you can operate their email
Ow.
software.
Why is this stuff so old?
Oh, very good.
Well, we have two copies of Microsoft Outlook, and neither one is working.
Success by 4. I rolled it. I got 2 1s up here. Love to see it.
Great. You successfully navigate their out-of-date version of Microsoft Outlook, or what have you. And take their email inbox, clean out their email inbox. Her next question is, since we're not going to be able to hide that this place was hit, we want to plant some misleading evidence about what we were after here. So,
But I already told the guy that I didn't really give a damn about the operation.
So, we want to indicate that we want to try and make this look like a robbery of some sort. So, your next step involves probably ransacking the office itself. Not so much the computer, but the office. You're looking for a safe box of some sort.
I'm okay with that. But I'm done with the computer at this point, I would say.
At this point, she's got no further thought for the computer, so she recommends probably you could do one of two things.
Shits and giggles.
If you had a virus handy, you could. But I don't think you own any viruses right now. The other things you could do are to try and get the mess up the computer's operating system through non-virus means. Try and brick the computer, or just shoot it.
Nah, that seems unnecessary. I'll just shut her down, I guess.
Okay.
That'd
Yeah.
be funny.
He does recommend doing something destructive to it.
Okay.
Whether that's physically destructive or just prevent it from operating, it will look more in keeping with an armed robbery.
I'll push it over
If
the desk
we-
and let it crack on the floor or something.
Okay. So you'll push the tower, take the tower, and just shove it off the desk, let it fall on the floor, and hope that does enough damage. Then give me a
I have a search.
a search roll. If you have search, roll that.
Oh, that's bad. Oh well, it's a fail by 1. All right. Not as bad as I thought.
All right. Luckily, safe boxes are easy to see. There is, in fact, a safe here in the office. Do you want to try and crack it? Give me a lockpicking check. This is going to be, however, at a
Oh, no.
-5. So, depending on how long you want to be here, you might want to take extra time
I mean, if
to pick this lock.
narratively speaking, he's still like he's on the tip-top end of talking to the guy at this point, so I got a few minutes to like steady my hand.
You have, well, you are near the, yeah, so you could take long enough to get a +2 before you get to the end of the captain's question the guy and then taking a moment to clean out the fridge.
Okay. All right. So
Go for it. So you're rolling at a net
okay.
-3.
All right, that's a 10. That's not as bad. You know what? I'm gonna roll my. Oh,
Do you have any? Do you have any tools?
Actually, I have. Well, I just have lockpicks. I don't know what an electronic lockpick does for me.
Basic. In this case, electronic
Okay, well, I have a
lockpicks aren't
variable, whatever that means.
helpful. Go ahead and give me a check. That'll offhand. I'm gonna say that's good for a +1, and we'll figure out the details later.
After that, not really.
So you're rolling actually at a -2.
Okay. I'll take what I can get, man. Ooh! 6, 7, 8, and I needed it, so that's a success by 3 or 2, 2 or 3. I've lost.
Either
I've lost
one
the math
is good
entirely.
enough. That's either way. This is a simple combination style lock. So you are able to, with some careful fiddling, pick it or manipulate it and get it open. However, what's inside is there's a couple things inside. One is this actual currency. It's not. It is. Well, what kind of currency would they use here in this location? It is not marks. It's not Vargan marks. It is local currency. At the current exchange rate, you've got about 12,000 marks worth of local currency, but you'll have to get it changed to 2 marks before you leave the planet, because it's not going to be accepted anywhere else.
Okay. Got it.
There is also a piece of sculpture. It's made of metal. It looks quite old, a bit pitted and corroded. Some sort of bronze-like material. And it depicts a star system.
Okay.
You're not sure what star system, but it does.
All right, I wrote it down.
All right.
Man, so we just killed a guy for 12,000 marks, huh?
We didn't
Yeah,
kill
we did.
anybody.
Oh, Siru did.
Cyrilos killed somebody.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I guess we're gonna look like brutal thugs.
To be fair, Cyrilos killed somebody. Cyrilos killed somebody who was getting ready to shoot Noodle, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah, but for narrative purposes, we're supposed to look like a bunch of petty thieves, but we killed somebody over it, so we're gonna look like assholes.
I mean, killing someone for 12,000 marks is pretty petty.
Yeah, I get your implication.
All right. So yeah. At that point, you come out. You've finished questioning the guy. Cyrulos is still on guard. Needle is like licking the spoon.
Before
Macaroni?
throwing it off to the side.
And Captain is just closing the refrigerator while Cyrulos slams down her energy drink. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I had to plug in the power cord on my headphones. I am back. So, what do you do now?
Well, I think it's time for
I
us to
concur.
get out of here.
I'm gonna knock the guy
God
out
damn.
before we leave.
Third, just like give him a whack on the side of the head with the butt of a gun or something.
Yeah, maybe cause
Cool.
you know just enough damage to potentially cause some short-term memory loss.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
That's with my arm bonus, right? It don't matter. I failed.
So you have to whack in face for some reason.
I don't know what you just said.
You have to whack him in the face to get him to pass out. But he does eventually pass out.
He's like, "Ow, ass!"
Long. And then he's unconscious.
And then I tossed
Then
one of the beers.
Is anyone gonna give you a beer?
I'm more of a whiskey girl.
Never mind then. I do not. More for me.
Cyrulos, make sure to pass Needle beer as well as you folks head on out. And then Cyrulos grabs the two bodies and is carrying one over her shoulder and dragging another one behind her. As you leave, she heads over to the truck, opens the back and slings the two unconscious people in it, and then closes up the truck, the back of the truck again. Waiting to see what Lex is typing.
Oh boy, I hope it's not something stupid.
And then, you folks are free to go if you wish to leave. I assume that that's what you do?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's probably.
I get back up to the spaceship.
Yeah, it's about time to get
All
out
right.
of here.
Takes about an hour and a half. Give me a hike
No!
check.
Hiking Jack.
Why would you do this to me?
Okie dokie.
I don't think. Oh, I do have it on my
Oh.
unskilled. Yeah, we're gonna be tired as shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh,
I failed by
I failed-
3.
failed by
Straight
one.
success for me.
All right. So
Flex is gotta carry
Ah.
us.
Whistle and Livia each gain a point of
Ow.
fatigue as you hike up. Lose a fatigue point on the hike back. And Cyrulos are in good shape as you reach. Excuse me. As you reach your ship, and as that yawn suggests, this has been a long session. I'm going to go ahead and make this is going to be a session, and
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to leave it right there.
Okie dokie. Said 3 points.
Yippee! Why is this not? There it is. Damn.
All right, thank you everybody for a fun session.
Yeah, GG.
And also one that leaves me unable to prepare for anything. To
You-
decide
you,
what to do. So I can't prepare for
be
anything
sure-
for next week. Roll with
Be
it.
sure to look up
Yeah.
what the jammers and cameras and stuff that I sent you in DMs, but you never responded to.
Yeah, those